Welcome to Miriam's Digital Archive, and well, in this channel, I want to reconnect with some of my favorite hobbies, such as reading, knitting, dancing, and also learning more things. So just a little bit about me. I am a student in university, a data science student, and honestly, I am a junior and I'm really just ready to graduate. And I feel like I've been neglecting things that make me happy in pursuit of just my degree, which obviously, it's good to do that, but it's also nice to have a little bit of balance. So I'm making this channel to hold myself accountable, to do the things that I want to do and not feel guilty about it. So yeah, for the rest of this video, we're going to be going into the newbie book tag. I'm so excited. Okay, I low-key feel like I already answered the first question, which is why did I start this channel? Basically to just hold myself accountable to do the things that I love. Like, I love to read, but I feel like with school I've been just so busy that I don't always have the opportunity to do the things that I want to do. And I feel like if I have this channel, it will force me to have to be like, okay, you have to read this book today because you know that like you have to post it or you have to do this, and I feel like that would just make me feel really great. So what are some fun and unique things that I think I can bring to booktube? Well, I feel like I like to read a lot of things, which I feel like that's most people like to read a lot, but I also am a lover of manga and like Korean and Chinese manhwa. So when I talk about the books that I'm currently reading, it won't just be, books written by like Western authors. It will be light novels and manhwa and manga and other things that some people might not be able to find like in other channels. I also love to watch anime, so like this will also maybe include me talking about stuff like that too, and I feel like that's just cool. What are you most excited for? I have my iPad right here. Most excited for about this channel? Honestly, to connect with other people that like the same stuff as me. A lot of my friends are either just contemporary romance readers or they just don't really read at all. And I am a fantasy girl. Like, I love fantasy and romantasy, and I also like to read books about like math and physics. So like it'd be really cool to talk, I guess interact probably more with other people that are interested in the same things as me. So yeah, I'm really excited for that. 4, why do you love reading? Oh my god. So I love reading because it allows me to, I feel like this is such a generic answer, but it allows me to basically escape into any world. Like, oh, I want to read a book about somebody that has to go through this epic battle, but she finds a family along the way, and oh my god, there's like an enemies to lovers subplot. Like, I want to escape into this world. Something about reading and being able to imagine your own world and your own space and like how you want the characters to be, how this land looks like. Everybody's reading experience is so different, and I just love escaping into mine. What book series got you into reading? Honestly, as a kid, what I was reading a lot was either Warrior Cats or the Treasure Hunter series. But what got me into, like, I had like different reading spurts, but that's a different question, so I'll answer that. I'll answer these kind of together. That's question 8. So basically, when I was a kid, Warrior Cats and Treasure Hunters were my favorite books in elementary school. However, I kind of stopped reading from, I feel like 4th to 5th grade. Like, I wasn't really reading as much unless it was like, read your 20 books over the summer. And I got into middle school and I started reading Divergent by Veronica Roth. That series, oh my gosh, like, did something to me. And then when we got to our 3rd book, Allegiant, and she, spoiler warning, killed my girl Tris. Yeah, I didn't trust anybody anymore. And then I actually fell off of reading from 8th grade. I didn't really read as much. And then I started reading again in 9th grade because I was in a French class with this girl and she was like, Miriam, you need to read these books, I'm like, okay. So I read Serpent and Dove, and I don't know what it was about that first book, but it literally drew me back in. And then, you know, like around that time, I read ACOTAR, Cole Prince, all those like really popular book talk things. And babe, that's just how it started. And from that point on, like I branched out and I fell in love. And so there's like 3: Warrior Cats, Divergent, and then Serpent and Dove. Those are the ones, yeah. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I'm gonna drop their names somewhere here because I can't remember their YouTube channels. But 1, can y'all please make more of those videos where you're just like explaining, like, you know, the dark romance books? I don't read dark romance books like myself that much. No, I really don't. If like worse is maybe like a little mafia romance. But like the dark ones that are kind of, you know, crazy, like Haunting Adeline or Lights Out, I don't read those. It's too much for me. But I love watching videos of people dissecting those. So can you like come out with more of those for me? Please. Also, in addition to that, what was your biggest challenge when you started your book talk channel? Where do I read? The chair that I'm currently sitting in is usually in that corner over there. So I usually read there or on my bed. And then I love to read on the couch we have in like our living room. That's like my favorite place to read, honestly. And then occasionally when I'm feeling a little whimsy, I'll go outside and I'll read outside. So yeah, and oh, I love to read at cafes. I don't care if people think that's performative, because it's not. Only true inner readers will know what I'm feeling. So you will probably see a lot of videos of me or vlogs of me in cafes, eating a sweet treat, drinking some tea, reading a book. What kind of books do I like to read? I feel like I partially answered this, but I really love fantasy. So I guess Decided Airs right here. I love fantasy a lot. I like to read some books about physics. I read manga a lot. I like, you know, the romantasy stuff as well. I like dystopian books. I feel like I don't read them as much anymore, but I do like dystopian books. I have the Lunar Chronicles, which is like a dystopian sci-fi fantasy. I love these kinds of like contemporary romance books where it's like just a tiny bit ridiculous. Like I feel like with Anna Hong, her books always have some crazy like plot device that they're using or element, and I'm like, bruh, this was unnecessary, but I eat it up. Like she pulls me out of a reading slump every single time. I also like to read like literary fiction too. I am currently reading this. I'm actually gonna make a video including this. Oh, that's my books. This is my top shelf, and basically this is my bookshelf. I honestly need another bookshelf. I kind of want to put it right in this empty space. But yeah, I feel like you may not be able to tell, but I have books back there. I have my little miniature manga collection. I have some books. These are almost all new. I've only read the One Dark Window ones, but these I haven't read yet. I have these books I've read, except for Catabasis. I have some more books here. Then there's some more books back there. I have this shelf, which is probably my most neat one. I have these books, a comic, Amazing Spider-Man, some more books. Once again, there's books behind these ones that are stacked here. It's like actually kind of ridiculous, but yeah, I have some more manga, some books. I have some books here. I don't really like stacking my books in this manner, but just because of space-wise, I do have them stacked like this. 2 books here, some books there, books, and then books. Looky, I hope that didn't give you a headache. But yeah, this is my books. And then I have some more on my desk. And yeah, that concludes the newbie book tag. I hope y'all stay for this journey and get to know me and see my reading vlogs, and also, you know, offer me recommendations. I'm open to reading more stuff. I feel like I low-key read the same types of books a lot, and I do want to branch out more. I will not lie, I also am a mood reader, so this is going to be very interesting because I go through like ups and downs whether I'm in a reading slump or not. And usually when I am in a reading slump, I don't know how long it will last. There's certain books that will pull me out, like I mentioned before, in a Huang, but there are also certain things that will get me in a slump, like especially after finishing a really good book, The Jasad Air. And I guess I'll just mention a little bit more stuff that wasn't included. So I guess another question, what kinds of media of books do I prefer consuming? I really like a physical book, specifically paperback, but I also, I'm not even gonna lie to you, I am a Kindle warrior. I love my Kindle dearly. I use it all the time. And I used to be kind of weird about audiobooks, but I don't care. I love an audiobook. I honestly listen to an audiobook maybe once every 2 weeks or once a week, just because of the fact that I commute to school. So on those long rides, like, babe, I need to listen to something, and why not listen to a book? Like, why not listen to a book? So yeah, I'm very happy to have made this video. I hope you guys are happy too, and hopefully you stick around